Welcome to today's deep dive. We are getting into, we have a stack of notes titled The Totalitarian Erasure of the Human Mind.
Yeah, pulling heavily from George Orwell's absolute classic, 1984.
Right, and since you likely already know the tragic arc of Winston Smith navigating the bleak superstate of Oceania, we're going to skip the basic book report today.
Definitely. Our mission here is to look under the hood at the actual psychology Orwell maps out. Because the party doesn't just want obedience.
No, they were engineering the death of the inner life.
Right. And they achieve that not just with physical oppression, but by aggressively shrinking reality itself. Winston is trying to mount this tiny, internal rebellion.
Which is almost impossible.
Exactly. The state's entire architecture is built to ensure that even having a private dissenting thought is a biological impossibility.
Okay, let's unpack this. The party dismantles the human mind by weaponizing paranoia.
Right.
Take Big Brother and the concept of thought crime. It's not just about hiding microphones in the walls, it's the panopticon effect.
Yeah.
The sheer possibility that you might be watched at any given second.
Forces you to police your own mind.
Right. The actual state surveillance becomes almost secondary to the citizen's own self-censorship.
And that self-censorship is supercharged by their most insidious tool. What's fascinating here is the mechanics of newspeak.
The language control.
Right. It's not just censorship, it's linguistic starvation. By systematically removing words from the vocabulary, the state is intentionally destroying the human capacity for complex thought.
Because if you eliminate a word like freedom
Exactly.
and replace every nuance of human experience with flat binaries like good and ungood, you literally cannot conceptualize a rebellion.
The conceptual framework just vanishes.
It's brilliant in the darkest way possible. I mean, if you don't have the words to formulate a critique of the state, you are trapped in a cognitive prison.
You couldn't organize a revolt if you tried.
Because your brain literally lacks the building blocks to form the idea.
It creates a closed loop of logic. The mind has nowhere to wander, no language to construct an alternative to what the party dictates is real.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Because what makes this so chilling isn't just the macro world building, but how it plays out in Winston's intimate life.
Yeah.
The core tragedy isn't that he fails to overthrow the government. I mean, this isn't an action movie where the hero blows up the Death Star.
No, it's about the ultimate surrender.
Right.
They don't just break him, they remake him.
Yeah.
The interrogation and torture are specifically designed to root out his profound love for his companion, Julia.
Replace it.
Yes, replace it with a genuine, sickening devotion to his abuser. It is the total erasure of his original humanity.
It's the ultimate toxic relationship. The party doesn't just want you to do the dishes. They want you to believe with all your soul that doing the dishes is your highest spiritual calling.
Yeah, they want Winston to sincerely love his executioner.
And that psychological rewiring is what makes the story so much heavier than your standard dystopian trope.
It's the difference between forcing someone to comply and making them actively desire their own subjugation.
Wow.
Once his inner sanctum is breached and rewritten, Winston is effectively dead, even if his body keeps breathing.
So what does this all mean? Like, why are we still dissecting Winston's misery decades after it was written?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really underscores why this book remains a definitive top 100 essential. It is far more than a cautionary tale about government overreach.
Right.
It is a profound philosophical dissection of how absolute power can corrupt truth, rewrite history, and alter the very definition of what it means to be human.
Because when a state or an entity can dictate not just actions but reality itself,
Humanity is erased.
it really makes you appreciate the fragility of our own inner lives and the power of the language we use to construct them. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. It's an intense exploration, but such a crucial one to revisit.
And to leave you with an important question to mull over as you go about your day, if limiting vocabulary through mechanisms like newspeak can effectively destroy rebellious thought, how much of your own internal reality is dictated purely by the words you currently have available to describe it?